Nothing is good right now in Afghanistan and Kabul, where I just got a report here, August 26, 10:25 a.m., 40 dead, 120 wounded, with the majority in critical condition, arriving at Kabul hospitals following the terror attacks. This is according to a New York Times reporter. I'm hoping everybody is okay in Afghanistan. It's only August 26th. I don't know how we're going to make it till the 31st. So now it's clear. We saw hours ago there were some warnings about a breach or a potential attack or terrorism coming, and then it came. That's why it's clear now why Jen Psaki, Joe Biden said the 31st is a hard date. They knew that this stuff was going to come up. I don't know how we could make it. We've got 5 more days, including today. I don't know how we'll make it, but I'm hoping everybody makes it out safe. It's clear that everyone's not getting out. So if you're over there, it's going to be time to blend in somehow. But my main concern is always America. I am not a foreign affairs expert. What I care about is how do foreign affairs affect me at home? We have enough problems here. We don't need to be building nations anywhere else. That's obviously a failure. And I was thinking about it when I did the video about Americans being left behind, and that disgusts me that we are going to clearly leave Americans behind that want to get out of there. But we leave Americans behind here at home all the time. So that's nothing new for us. When you're talking about fellow citizens like January 6th, fellow citizens who aren't getting their constitutional rights to a speedy, fair trial. When it comes to us at home, we're losing constitutional rights. So of course they're going to abandon Americans overseas. That's nothing. What really shocked me was I saw this video. This is the most amount of money I have ever seen in my life. In cash in one place. This is our taxpayer dollars. So now it's hitting me at home. Like, what does this mean to me? Taxpayer dollars being played around here. Allegedly, I can't confirm the video, but that's what we're seeing. That's your taxpayer dollars that was probably borrowed. This is not money that was just straight up printed for this. It was borrowed, and we're probably paying interest on it. I can't confirm that, but that's what happens if that's the case. We're still paying interest on that money we don't have, and we abandoned and left the money. Of course, I don't want to be overseas. Of course, I wanted our troops out. But the failure for this specifically, this withdrawal lies on no one other than the commander-in-chief currently. I know there's people behind the scenes. I know he's obviously not doing well. He can barely walk, in my opinion. Mentally, he's not sharp, in my opinion. But ultimately, he's the one that's going to have to answer to this. Think about this video when the next time you pay your federal taxes. Next time, think about this. When the IRS is auditing you, think about this video next time. When it's time to vote, think about this video. And I'm talking about everybody in Congress. To me, if I had my way, I would vote every single one of them out of there. Just start fresh. I know that will just replace them with more self-aspirational sleazebags, but I need to make a statement. This is not okay. While all of this is going on, well, this came out yesterday. So at the same time that we have a serious situation going on overseas in the executive branch with the military and the commander-in-chief, our Congress, the legislative branch, has this January 6th commission, and they made a list.
From CNBC, January 6th committee demands a huge trove of Trump White House records. Burying the lead here. This is the official reporting from CNBC, but what they're not telling you, as much as the key point is the House committee investigating January 6th assault on the Capitol formally demanded records related to at least 30 members of former President Donald Trump's inner circle. What they don't include in this is that the list includes a ton of other people. We're talking like run-of-the-mill activists. We're talking about, look, you got Scott Pressler. Why is Scott Pressler on this list for a demand for records? Scott Pressler is an activist who registers Republicans to vote and cleans up garbage. What does he have to do with January 6th? You got Alex Jones, Owen Schroyer. I don't even know who some of these people are. Do you guys know who Tracy Diaz is? No disrespect.
Negative.
I don't know who that is.
That's Tracy Beans.
On Twitter? I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't even know. I mean, was Tracy even there?
I have no idea.
So all of these names on this list, these are the official demands. They want all of these names. Look at this one. They say they want all documents and communications within the White House on January 6, 2021 relating in any way to the following. And they say the January 6 rally, the march, Donald J. Trump, Sarah Matthews, Hope Hicks, Mark Meadows, Dan Scavino, Pat Cipollone, Mark Short, Patrick Philbin, Eric Hirschman, Stephen Miller, Greg Jacob. I mean, it's everybody. It's Trump's admin. You've got Kayleigh McEnany. Then you go down. I think the really the scariest thing about this is when they start naming activists. From April 1st, 2020 through January 20th, 2021, all documents and communications concerning the 2020 election and relating to the following individuals. And that's where we see, Ali Alexander, Brandon Strzok, Rose Tennant, Vernon Jones, Michael Flynn, Alex Jones, Owen Schroyer, Scott Pressler, Jack Posobiec, Angela Stanton King, George Papadopoulos, Mark Burns, Roger Stone, George Flynn. I mean, I don't even know. Enrique Tarrio.
She was the spokesman for the Trump campaign in 2016, chief spokesman.
And were these people there?
No.
Why do they want
No, I think
communications
by and
going back
large,
a
these people-
year before?
Which, and keep in mind,
This is
so
not about
what
January
it
6th,
says, what it says, and my legal team has been over this with a fine tooth comb. What they're requesting for, if you look at this specific subsection where it names, kind of the activists, it doesn't even mention the actual January 6th event itself. It just says all documents and communications concerning the 2020 election from April to January 20th. So essentially, if you had any comment whatsoever, any communication whatsoever with the government from that entire, it's almost a year that they're asking for of the private records, personal communications that they are trying to subpoena. This has nothing to do with January 6th.
No,
and I'll tell you very quickly, what they're trying to do with me, and I know exactly what they're trying to do with me, is they are trying to go after my White House sources. They want to know who it is that I've been in communication with at the White House that, of course, is being done in a way where I'm keeping them private. They're giving me information. It's a network of people that send stuff to me and then I get it out, right? They know that this has been a thorn in the side of the Biden administration because there are some people that are even in the Biden administration that are looking at this. They want to get into my records and they want to get that out. Well, I'm here to say right now to Nancy Pelosi and anybody else, you're not getting it. You're not getting my sources. You can send whatever you want to me. You can do whatever you want to me. I'm not giving it up because these people are patriots. They are telling me the truth. They're telling me the truth about what's going on when it comes to COVID and the government's response. They're telling me the truth about what's going on the ground in Kabul. They're telling me the truth about what's actually going on behind the scenes at the White House, as opposed to the lies that you people are putting out in your press briefings. And so if you want to come for it, you better be ready.
They're making lists now of citizens who have not broken any laws. The only reason they don't expand that list to more is they want to first go after the most influential people. After they go after the most influential people on that list, then you go to the next level of influential people on the list. And the next, and the next, and the next. This doesn't stop. And Democrats know something. They are ahead of the game. I think they know they're going to pass some type of legislation before the midterms that would apply to the midterms that will allow them to keep power. I think it's not a fact, of course. I think that is a certain conclusion at this point. I think that's a certain conclusion at this point. That the Democrats know something. Because all of this disaster, the president just, struggling. All of this happening, and the midterms are coming up. What is there going to be? What is their campaign going to be? The push for the Democrat Party for the midterms? They don't have anything but other than labeling somebody else as something. They know they're going to be able to do something. Just my opinion. So there's the list. That's the first list. We are already in the era of social credit score. And this is a list of people who they think have the lowest credit score, citizens that have the lowest credit score in the country. Social credit score. That's what that is. Also, if you refuse the V, you have a low social credit score. If you refuse the booster, you're going to get a lower social credit score. It's unofficial at this point, but in New York, LA, San Francisco, you won't be able to eat in. So it's unofficial, but it's just being rolled out. It's just at the start. Getting the V or not is the first social credit score. This is the other aspect of it, the political aspect. Before you know it, it's going to get down to if you voted for Trump and if you don't hate Trump, then you're going to be removed from society. This is happening at the same time that the executive branch is falling apart. From the defense of our country, the military to the commander-in-chief. One of the biggest debacles in the history of the military is happening right now. Wherever you want to rank it, it's on that list. And they're worried about Jack Posovic's text messages. That tells you where the energy is. Usually I would say read the room. That's why don't you just put the January 6th, even though I don't think you should do it at all, why don't you just put it on hold for right now? There's other stuff going on that you need to deal with. But they don't have to read the room when they control the room. There was a laughable tweet by Jonathan Chait from the New York Mag. He said, one of the most important structural asymmetries in American politics is that Republicans have a mass media ecosystem that always supports them while Democrats don't. They're trying to play games with your mind. We know Democrats control the media, social media, all of that. But they're trying to tell you, no, we don't. So they still have credibility. So they can protect Joe Biden so he can leave on his own terms. The executive branch is faltering. The only thing right now, the only people that can hold the executive branch accountable is the legislative branch. Now, we the people can put pressure on them to do something, but we can't do anything directly. That's why it's a representative republic or democracy. The legislative branch, the House and the Senate, are the ones that should be saying right now, where did this money come from? Why is that money there? I've got people in my district who are paying taxes and want to know why that money is there. While we're spending trillions more on infrastructure plus side projects that are being thrown in there with it. Congress has to hold the executive branch accountable. They have to do hearings. They have to give us information of what happened. And instead of doing that, they have a list where they're trying to convince me that I need to know what's in Jack Posovic's text messages. Why do they want to know that? Because he's always spilling the tea. I don't know a lot of the other people on the list. I mean, I know some of them, but the one that I follow and look at for information on that list is Jack Posovic. And I know he spills the tea. He's got insiders. He was doing that today, talking about people in active military members who are saying Joe Biden is costing lives as commander-in-chief. They want to know who he's talking to. So they want his communications. They're more worried about that than all of this money and what's happening right now. And what what went into these decisions? I haven't heard them talking about it at all. So that's why I see what's happening overseas and I take it here and I see what the true focus is. And the focus isn't where it needs to be. Let me know what you think. Take care.
What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Bryson Gray, and I'm coming to talk to you guys about something that's possibly important, but honestly, I don't really care that much because I got God on my side. But if you guys don't know, Nancy Pelosi has released what is being deemed as the hit list, conservative hit list, MAGA hit list, whatever you want to call it, by the January 6th committee, which is in our government. So the government are actually seeking out private information and trying to find out things about a list of people. And they had a specific part of the list that was pretty much straight influencers. So they have influencers on this list, and I am on this list. Me, I wear it as a badge of honor, but a lot of other influencers are taking it more serious than I am. But I do want to read you guys the list, and a lot of people on these lists I'm not even a fan of them. I don't even like them, but I'm still going to let you guys know the entire list. So just in case these influencers are not aware that they're on a government list, what we call the government hit list, I'm just here to let you guys know. So you have Greg Locke, Robert Patrick Lewis, Chris Lip, Tracy Diaz, Alex Phillips, Bianca Garcia, Ali Alexander, Brandon Straka, Rose Tennant, Ed Martin, Vernon Jones, Cordy Williams, Michael Flynn, Alex Jones, Owen Schroyer, Karen Turk, Scott Pressler, Rogan O'Hanley, Christy Hutcherson, Gina Luden, Jack Posobiec, Bryson Gray, which is me, but is it? Because they spelled this Gray, Grey. I don't know who that is. Never heard of the guy. Wish him the best of luck. Angela Stanton King, Brian Gibson, George Papadopoulos, Julio Gonzalez, Bernard Couric, Mark Burns, Roger Stone, George Flynn, Tom Van Fleen, Doug Logan, Katrina Pearson, Amy Kramer, Dustin Stockton, Enrique Tarrio, Kenneth Harrison, Caroline Wren, Michael Kudre. And I think that is a full list of influencers that is on this government hit list. So you can reach out to your favorite influencer if you know any of them. Tell them that they're on this if they're not aware already. I don't know exactly the point of the list is. The question I have to ask you guys is, why would they release this publicly? Because this was meant for the FBI and other government agencies. What was the point? What was the reason to release the list publicly? Why are you releasing people's names to the public to let them know? Because I got on Twitter and I see a bunch of liberals commenting on this list, and they're calling everybody traitors, saying something should happen to us. They hope we go to prison. So what is the point? My theory is that it's a fear tactic, and this is not confirmed, but I do have word that some people on the list have flipped. Like I said, I don't know what that means. I heard they are telling all the people. I don't know what's going on, guys, but I think y'all to pray for everybody. Wish everybody best of the luck. Me, God on my side. You can't bully me. You can't scare me. You can't do nothing. I think January 6th was lit. I do not condemn, as I said before and as I always will say. Other than that, we're on a road trip to my performance in Taylor, Arizona, which is on the 28th, and we're currently about to stop through Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I'm having a good time. This list is nothing. But why? But the reason I gave the whole list before I get off here, because there are a lot of like prominent conservative influencers that's like purposely not mentioning certain people on the list because they don't want to associate themselves with them. So I just gave the entire list because I'm not like that. I even told y'all people on the list that I don't even like. So that's what it is. But God bless y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm out.